All right, here we go, folks. We got ourselves another fresh series coming at you. Spawning up at the top right for Talon. It is Dark. In the red. Sending out a very early drone. He's got designs on a gold base here on Alcyone. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom left. Former teammate for Dragon Kites Gaming. It is herO. In the blue. We are going to be seeing a, well, gold base first. Yeah. herO putting the pylon in the wall. It's always bait. It always is. But I always look at this, and I'm always like, you can punish this. But you never should. Not against herO. He'll embarrass you. He's done it before. But it's still like, oh no, just kill it. It's a pylon in the wall. You can kill that. herO is going to be going for a 2-gate response to this fast gold base. And I wonder if he'll do some kind of shield battery rush with this maybe as well, or if it's just going to be, you know, a couple of depths. He is going to expand behind this. So this leans towards, obviously, a relatively low commitment. But there is certainly an opportunity for this to maybe get some big damage done. Dark will see. Okay, now he knows it's double gas, or double gate. He's already built the hatchery at the natural. Does he transfer to the gold? He's only sent one drone there so far. There will be double chrono coming out of herO. These are going to hit across the map very quickly. Dark will transfer a few drones, but he's not going crazy with it. He's actually keeping full saturation in the main base. And he's actually stockpiling larva a little bit. Adding, oh, look at that. He's adding larva at each base because he was capped. He was capped on larva. So he's adding the larva individually at each base to make sure that he can re-begin larva production while he's waiting, basically. Adepts do shade forward towards the main base. There are going to be, well, there's 4 lings so far. Dark, oh, pull the drones, pull the drones, pull the drones. Pull the drones. He's not pulling the drones. He's only loses 1 somehow. herO, 2 more adepts going to be crossing the map here, and he's continuing to build more. Dark, this is a nice drone pull right here. All 4 adepts are together now. Ling speed is about to complete. It's not done quite yet. But there are a lot of lings here. herO is going to have to use this watchtower to his advantage. I wonder if we'll see just a Glaved Adepts play. I feel like that's got to be it. Oh, we don't want to pick... Yeah, we definitely don't want to pick this fight here as Dark. Surely herO doesn't shade. Oh, no! herO, why? Oh, he saw it. He saw it, right? We're going to see the recall coming on in, and he actually saves all but 1 adept somehow. How? How did that... Huh. Okay. He got himself into a good position, at least. Somehow that didn't go anywhere near as bad as I expected it to for herO. He does get supply blocked at 46, and it's a bad one. It is a really rough one. Dark, does he know about the Dark Shrine? He does. Scouted it very quickly. Will cost him the Overlord, but he himself will not get supply blocked as a result of this. And Dark obviously was on a relatively low worker count, but has been able to drone up pretty decently. He took that very seriously. herO does have a full wall at home, which is a little bit unfortunate for him, so he's going to have to kill off his own shield battery. And that's not your favorite thing to do. Dark, Spore Crawler is going to be very well timed here. Not too early, not too late. Actually, they're maybe a little bit early, but he didn't see exactly... I don't think he saw the exact timing maybe on the Dark Shrine. He might have thought it was further along than it was, and it's close enough to pretty much perfect for me to be very okay with this timing. Dark, I was going to say, he can pick the fight with these adepts. Warp Prism could be picking them up, but it's actually not going to at all. And that will be a couple of dead adepts, of dead probe, and a cancel on the Nexus. Okay. That did not go well for herO at all. That's very good for Dark. herO got caught super hard right there. Hey, thank you, Dave Testa, for the 1,000 biddies. Very much appreciate it. And now with the layer done, we're going to almost certainly see a very quick roach speed behind this. There it is. And Overseer starts up almost instantly. This is so good. So good for Dark at this point. herO going to try and get some damage done with an Archon drop, but Dark still has enough Lings to be, well, a bit of a problem when it comes to this third base. Shield battery, though, and the positioning of these units, and a DT Warpin should keep this alive. Ooh, getting a jump on a Queen. Very nice here. Not quite able to get the kill. Roach trying to micro back, but it was body blocked by its so-called compatriots. Ooh, Queens. Oh, will go down one of them. There was just shy of enough energy. Love to see a transfuse on this one Queen. There's enough energy for a transfuse on each. A lot of damage on this War Prism, actually, and Dark is going ham on the unit count here. Ooh, Hydralisk Den and an Evo Chamber. herO getting in towards Blink. It's not done quite yet, but it's getting close. herO's definitely behind in a very scary position. But if he can hold this attack, it will certainly put him right back in the game, because he is on 3 bases. And Dark, actually, it looks like he is... Well, he's not actually going for it. Of course, even though the worker counts are even, the gold base does give a little bit of extra mining. It's basically add 4 drones to the economy. It's basically a full mining base for only the cost of 12 instead of 16 drones. It's even a little bit more than a full mining base. It's like 16 point... I think Pig did the math and said it's like 16.4 workers or something. Oh my god, the Changeling's actually blocking his own units. Oh, okay, thank god he moved it. It was a cute Changeling move, but it actually almost really worked against him. herO's the one getting aggressive right now. I don't know about this move. He's only on 3 gates at the moment. He's got a bunch more coming online, but this army is a little bit scary to be pushing into, especially with the Hydras in the back now. Blue Spines is going to complete. Good pickup on the Immortal and the War Prism. Great micro, actually, so far with that War Prism by herO. Dark, though, is going to Bulldog into this. Will grab one of those Immortals. But I think he might be pushing too far. Oh, and just as I say that, 3 Immortals, or 3 Archons popped in about 0.2 seconds. He just killed 3 Archons. And that makes that go from, I would say, very good for herO to very good for Dark. Especially now with +1 missile and Hydra speed about to complete. Dark is on 4 bases now. And, well, we are seeing that he's got better income, despite being down a couple workers. RoboBay just finished up. I think it needs to be Disruptors. I don't think he's got time, herO that is, for Colossi. So I like that very much. We're going to see a couple Zealots warping on in and a DT. Dark knocking down the rocks to really give him a quick beeline. Oh, there's no detection, or at least no Spore Crawler at the 3rd base. I guess the base in the middle. Immortal in the wall trying to hold the line, but it will get blasted down eventually unless we see Battery Overcharge, which we do not. Drones are starting to fall. But can Dark just maybe win the game with this big Disruptor shot? Gaps 8 Roaches, and Battery Overcharge will try and buy time for the next Disruptor, but it will get targeted down the robotics facility that is. Good job by Dark. DT helping a lot in the natural. Going to clean up these Lings. Oh, losing that Disruptor is a big deal. This game is very close right now, though. The counterattack damage getting a lot done. Where's the Overseer? Ooh, good job from herO. Able to focus now on targeting down a couple of drones. 4 more drones, I think, as a result of that target fire. Dark does have to transfer some of these drones away from this gold base because he's half-minded out. So that sharpness, that boost to his economy is not going to be what it was. herO rebuilding his 2nd robotics facility. Only on 2, well, soon to be 2 disruptors. Yeah, there we go. Second one just popped out. Only on 2 disruptors at the moment. Dark adding on +2 missile and Baneling Nest. These overlords are very funny. They're just having a little congress on the bottom side. Oh, DT will slip past into the natural. And it's going to be able to grab at least a couple drones. 3 drones, not bad. But it will cost him the DT. This is not getting away. Zealots, though. He opens the door for those Zealots to get in on top of the gold base. And even though it is half mined out, it's still another couple drones. Still more lost mining time. That ain't bad. And now herO's back on double disruptor production. Going to be on 5 disruptors momentarily. Dark's Hydras and Roaches, though, do pack a punch with that +2 missile. Dark, excellent single avenue creep spread. And because he got it so far forward, he actually does keep the army away. Trying to shoot disruptors around corners, never a fun thing. Roaches will intercept this Zealot run-by attempt. And it's actually going to be Dark pushing forward here with some of these units, but that is not where the 4th base is. The 4th base is at this 9 o'clock location. And Dark's going to see. Says, okay, well, that's not where I want to be going, is it? Dark, no Hive. No Hive, no thought towards Hive at the moment. Bane speed, about to complete. +1 melee, about, what, 45% of the way done? Ooh, herO. Oh, that's a very bold blink forward. He was not expecting such a quick response from Dark, but Dark was, I think, setting up for a Ling run-by. That is a lot of Stalkers for 2 Queens. Oh, that's a lot of Stalkers for 2 Queens. Sorry, 5 Stalkers for 2 Queens, 10 Lings, and a Roach. Yeah, that's still very good for Dark, of course. Hey, thank you, Esperesi2, for the tier 1 resub at 21 months. Ooh, these disruptors are a little bit caught, but Dark not going to be able to jump them. Stalkers were close enough, and of course, attacking and trying to jump disruptors in a relatively tight choke is no fun at all. Dark able to avoid the first 2 disruptor shots very well. Bane's looking for a drive-by, a run-by on this outside. Stalkers, ooh, nice blink right there to block the run-by. Banelings will try and get through nonetheless, but they don't find the opening. Meanwhile, disruptors in the middle. 1, 2, go down. 3rd gets a decent shot. 4th one gets a decent shot, but it will be a dead base. The Baneling run-by, it was expensive, but it did distract herO enough for the main army of Dark to find some value at the very least. And as long as Dark can get out with this army, he has definitely put himself in a great position. But can he survive the counterattack? 7 disruptors is so much firepower. Big link forward, but the disruptors will cover it. God, this army of herO is very strong. Very, very strong. herO's still on a pretty solid economy for the moment. Oh, wow, that robotics bay almost died. That would have been a pretty big deal because herO is reinforcing with pure disruptor. Well, not pure disruptor, but he's reinforcing with 2 disruptors at a time. And eventually you hit a critical mass of disruptors where unless a massive flank comes in, the Zerg just cannot engage when those disruptor shots are on cooldown. You're going to see the attempt coming on in. Split is pretty decent. Baneling's not getting the biggest connections. Oh, 1 disruptor gets a big shot on the right side. A lot of the Banes did go down. And I think herO is doing it here. Dark starting up a Hive, but that is very long ways away from completing. Disruptors, a couple of them are exposed. Dark able to snipe down multiple of those disruptors. And he's actually spacing his units out very well to avoid these disruptor shots. But even as 1 goes on cooldown, another 2 fire out their shots. It's actually much better for Dark, by the way, that these minerals have been completely mined out at this point. Gives him a lot more room to maneuver his army around. Dark forces out a couple disruptor shots. Another one will get baited as well. herO really trying to force the issue. He's got so many Stalkers here. The thing is, he's also got a couple of Immortals and Sentries, +3 weapons. This is a very powerful army for herO. Dark sees that there's no fourth base. Full force fields on the ramp. It's going to be brutal to deal with. Disruptor, I think, grabbed up a Hydra on the right side, Hydra on the left. One of each. Oh, another couple Hydras getting hit here. Disruptors are being mostly avoided. Another 3 shots get thrown out, but that's a great split and dodge from Dark. And now the army will get jumped by the Zerg. All the Immortals going to get taken down. +2 melee has completed. A big Disruptor on the tail end hits a couple of Hydras. But I think we're going to see Dark drive this army back. Amazing defense from the Talon Esports player. And the last Disruptor will go down. Dark disengages and takes the game. Oh my goodness, what a fantastic showing on that defense by Dark. That was such a strong attack. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning down in the bottom right for Talon, it is Dark. With some truly bonkers dodges on those Disruptors. And his opponent spawning up at the top left, almost getting it done, but not quite able to for Dragon Kites Gaming. It is herO in a blue. Man, that was actually so impressively done from Dark. So impressively done. It may seem like herO missed those Disruptor shots, but it was much more so Dark dodging them and forcing them out. It is very rare that a player fires out that many Disruptor shots, especially a player of herO's caliber, and they don't get the connections. They get so few big connections. Even at the tail end, after most of the Disruptors had gone down and there was only 3 left, that was still scary. Honestly, such an impressive defensive fight from Dark. It's so easy to... Because if you basically make any big mistake during that, even though you've done a bunch of damage to your opponent's economy, it is so hard to hold on against something like that. herO did a really good job of being patient as well, trying to... Because the more shots that get thrown out, the more likely, you know, one of them is going to land big. And the more strain and stress you put on your opponent, like dodging one Disruptor shot is not super difficult, but it's not easy. Dodging 2 or 3 Disruptor shots at once, it becomes increasingly more difficult. Dodging that 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, 2 to 3 Disruptors at a time is so hard. So the fact that Dark never really took a critical shot, it's very impressive. It's so difficult to avoid those. herO, no chrono on his first Adept. No chrono on the second one either. Going to be focusing on probe production a little bit more. This is not exactly the most common thing, especially for a player like herO who does tend towards aggression, but one of herO's greatest strengths is his total unpredictability. And it's really interesting that despite the fact that we saw a probe block on the hatchery, yeah, he instead goes for just 2 standard slow build Adepts into a Stargate. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, that was, I really, I'm so impressed with Dark's ability to hold there, because all it would have taken is like 1 or 2 big Disruptor shots, or even like 5. Because herO must have thrown out 30 or 40 Disruptor shots during that whole sequence. Even 5 Disruptor shots that are just decent, for that to become a disaster for Dark. herO will go Void Ray into Oracle. Oh, that's a nice find on the surround right there. Not the best positioning from herO on that first Adept, so it does get surrounded. Wasn't in the pocket. And with it being a Void Ray, he loses both Adepts and the Pylon. That's actually going to soft supply block him a little bit. There's a Pylon being rebuilt, but we're going to see at least a little bit of probe production getting blocked. And herO says, okay, yeah, well, I'm going to lose out on a bit of probe production, so I may as well build my Forge and Twilight Council while the Pylon's rebuilding anyways. And, makes sense. Smart little adjustment on the fly. It's not a huge deal, but it's similar to how as Dark gets supply blocked, he builds extra Overlords to keep himself unlarva capped. Oh, Dark is doing what Dark loves to do. He is going to be going for a big Queen, Roach, Ravager, Ling all in. herO will see that there's no queens at this base. Queens are crossing the map. This is scary, actually. Dark did lose 6 drones, though, so that's a huge portion of his economy, relatively speaking. Did he stop mining with gas? No, he's still mining with all 3 gases fully. So, what? He's only got 24 drones mining for minerals. That is not a whole hell of a lot of minerals right now per minute. herO is giving up the 3rd base. I think that's a pretty wise decision, but he can't lose the Void Ray. Okay, it does survive, barely. Blink and +1 very far away from completing here for herO. Trying to target down a Ravager Cocoon will never work. Interesting that he puts the Adepts in the wall. They will actually shade out after killing a couple of Lings. Actually kind of worked out well for herO. Dark already droning out of this, though. Usually he commits super hard to these attacks, but in this case, it makes a ton of sense for him to be droning already. Because, of course, he lost a bunch of drones earlier, and herO gave up the 3rd base without contest. Dark, can he take down this Cybernetics core? Oh, herO stopped dealing with the battery overcharge, so it might just fall. Force field. Oh, they missed, actually, and then get broken anyways. So no real trap there. Now Zealots warp in. That's not... He's already rebuilding the Cyber core. I actually really disagree with this. Well... he's thinking that Dark is committing harder, and Dark usually does. But the fact that he warped in Zealots means that his warp in cooldown is not available to warp in Stalkers and go for a stronger counterattack, which is what he's going to need to do, but won't really be able to do. 5 drones do get picked off by the Oracle on the other side. Dark just completed his lair. Will these Ravagers be able to escape on out? Oh, very nice Corrosive Vials to kind of disturb and slow down the chase. Queens. Ooh, at least one of them will go down. Second one also going to get chased down. Very close to getting those out. That would have been a big deal because those are high energy queens. So the fact that herO gets the kill is at least... It's very important, but Dark is on 3 bases. herO is not. And the creep spread is actually... Well, it's pretty decent. There are still 5 queens here for Dark. You can stack up a bunch of injects. He's going to be going for a Hydra Den again. Dark is actually really worried about another attack because he's not droning. Okay, just started. Oh, herO's got to be so careful with those oracles. The damage they've done is the reason why herO is still in this game. Oh, that's a lot of sentries. 7 sentries. herO is going to need to find value with those sentries very soon. But if we look at this setup, +2 weapons is done in moments. And there's no +1 weapons here for Dark. herO's army is a hell of a lot stronger. Dark doesn't have Hydra speed, or Hydra range or Hydra speed. No attack upgrades for his Roaches and Ravagers. herO, good blink micro so far. Force fields, not going to be able to do too much. There's no Robo. That is a very important thing to know. So the reinforcements either have to cross the map or B, have to be slow warped into the fight. Corrosive Vials do clip away a bunch of the shields on these Stalkers. herO will need to get out of here. Oh, God, these Corrosive Vials are really starting to hit home. Force field's caught in the back, but they will drop some force fields. Blinks forward aggressively. I don't know about this one. Oracles go down very fast. Force fields are good, but is there enough sustain to keep pushing? I don't think so. herO does have a third Nexus done, but he did stay on a very low probe count, so he really needed to get a lot done. I don't know if that was his spot, though. I understand time's not on his side. Dark with a good concave should be able to hold. Well, actually, hang on. There's still a lot of stalkers. Hang on. Was that hero's spot? Oh, don't blink forward. Or, yeah, no, just keep blinking back. Actually, he is almost at the point where he can blink forward aggressively. Drones all go down. Now's the time to blink forward. He's got this. herO gonna get the job done with the blink stalkers. Hydras are doing pretty well against this, but there's very little to buffer for them. And they just don't have the numbers. So many of these stalkers are deep in the red, but it is not going to matter. herO will get the job done and even the series at one apiece. These guys, whenever they play, it is so hotly contested. Another great series delivers between these two. All right, here we go. Game number 3. Spawning up at the top left for Talon. It is Dark in the red. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right. So decisive. And he gets the job done. For Dragon Kitesy Gaming, it is herO in the blue. Man, I really was thinking that was going to be a hold, but the +2 weapons on those stalkers helped so much. Really felt like that was the deciding factor. Man, they both have such a good read on the game. They have such good reads on the game at all points, it feels like. They're so good at playing instinctually. And they just keep pushing each other to new heights. It's really amazing. Really amazing to see, and we're so lucky to have it. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, if it's your first time here, make sure to hit that follow button if you haven't already done so. By the way, look at this. We've got Dark going for what was going to be a 3-hatch pool before pool with a hatch block, I think. herO, though, electing to go for a double gateway at the front. This is so strange. Like I said, every game is different. Every freaking game is different. Now, herO really does not want to have this Nexus delayed. Oh, the hatchery gets down. That is so good for Dark. herO was focused on getting the... Oh, my God. This is so bad for herO. herO was focused on getting the Nexus down. Did not even think that Dark had a pocket where if he could create enough distance, could get this down, but he does. He does get enough distance. And look, this is so bad for herO. Dark will let the Nexus go up. Mostly because I don't really think he could stop it. Can Dark juke this? I'd love to see him just go up to the top. Oh, Dark's going to get away, isn't he? Oh my God. Is he actually going to morph this into the 3rd hatchery? Oh, herO, click it. No, it survives. It dodged the shots too. That is so, I'm tilted. I'm the Zerg. I'm a Zerg player and I'm tilted for herO. Oh my God. Is he going to shade forward? Okay, no. That would have been pretty bold. Lings will try and get into the main. And they will be able to get in here. There's nothing to actually scout. herO, little bit supply block. Dark does not have the drone count that he's looking for just yet. Lings did, of course, get cleaned up. He did build Dark that is a lot of Lings. A lot of Lings. And if he loses this Overlord, that would actually suck quite a bit because he's already supply blocked. Oh, this is a pretty rough supply block, in fact. Ling speed will complete very shortly. God, what an ugly wall this is in the natural. Cybercore doesn't even protect the pylon. This is actually a situation where I wouldn't even hate, like, a Bane bust. Especially because he saw that there was no tech. But, obviously, Game 3 of the series, herO is usually going to make a defense hold happen like that. herO doesn't feel like a very Baneling bustable player. Are we going to see this Stalker getting taken down? Yes, we will. But, of course, the wall behind it does keep the Lings from flooding in. Dark does have 4 queens. No Spore Crawler just yet. It will be a Baneling nest. Okay. What's he thinking with this? There is an Oracle crossing the map. Of course, Dark doesn't know for a fact that there is an Oracle. But he's going to see it now, and he is going to lose some drones. Can he save any of them? Could have maybe saved one, but... Oh, getting the larva after killing those 3 drones is so nice. Good job from herO there. Baneling Nest has been unscouted. But it's not an aggressive Baneling Nest. Seven Adepts. Oh my goodness. This is a lot of Adepts. Does Dark have enough to defend? He's got 19 Lings. With the Queens, yeah, this is enough. Oh, but if these... Okay. I was going to say, the Adepts could maybe try and force their way in behind the mineral line. But of course, Dark was on top of it. And the big benefit of getting behind the mineral line is if the Lings are not there to break up the shade, then where the units shade to, they have, like, no surface area. But if the Lings are already there, then you usually can't get a great aggressive move. Dark adding on +1 melee. I was going to say his layer is a little bit late, but he does start it up now. Forge and Twilight Council coming online. Will be charge. Okay. Okay. And that should be very good against the Baneling Nest. But, of course, he doesn't know that it's a Baneling Nest. He doesn't know that there's no Roach Warren. Roach Warren is started now, but it's obviously... Well, it's quite late. herO? Oh. He built these gases at the natural. He is not mined very much from them. He is definitely going for an aggressive play. He's just going to run across the map with the charge lots. And he's continuing to build oracles. This is so strange. Ooh, triple oracle going to try and come in here. Nice quick drone pull from Dark, but that's still going to be 4 dead drones. herO's still not saturating these gases. He's got probes rallied to them. So he's going to saturate them now, but this is definitely an aggressive move. Very aggressive move. Second Forge. Oh, man. herO, he just flies by the seat of his pants. How do you not love a player like herO and a player like Dark? Like, they're both just so wild and untamed in their styles. Just had to see those probes go in. I just needed to get that. Don't worry, we'll watch the fight when it happens. I want them to line up correctly too. There we go. They're all good. Zealot's gonna try and go up on the top side. There are roaches being produced right now, and there's a lot of Banelings actually defensively. But this was not super dedicated from herO, I should say. Ooh. This could find some value, but nope. He's going to cancel the shade. +1 melee is done. Dark, if he gets on top of this Nexus, it will be canceled very quickly. There ain't no saving it. I don't even think a full Warpin would do the job. Ooh, Queen will get gunned down very quickly, but it comes at the cost of an Oracle. Yeah, that is going to be a cancel, even with him getting a lot of units and an Oracle over here. Not able to get the save. God, I love that herO, more than any other Protoss, he's like, yeah, I'll just build more Oracles. Why not? I don't think it's necessarily something you should do against every player, but against a player like Dark, I think it's very good to mix in. And even just doing it from time to time is a good move. 2-1 upgrades are on the way here for herO. Dark getting in towards +2 melee, and his Bane speed is getting quite close as well. 32 more Banes morphing in. We're going up to 42 Banes. So many Banelings, tasteless. But for real, it's a lot of Banes. Blink will complete here for herO. Dark. Oh, these Banes could get some very big value. If they can blow up on the Adepts and the Zealots, herO's got to be careful. That is so many Banelings here. Roach is, funnily enough, keeping the Banelings from getting into the fight. But the Banelings, they're not looking to actually explode on the army. They're going straight for that mineral line. Blink to top of the probes. Oh, he's a little bit late on the probe pull. Loses 17 probes. Will blink forward and find a good amount of units on the chase. Or on the, I guess, as Dark's trying to retreat. Actually getting quite a few of those roaches. And he did keep the Nexus alive, which is funny because I don't think that was Dark's target. I think that's coincidental damage. herO being on 3-2 upgrades, if he can survive up to that point, he will have a very high quality army. And he is in a situation where he can rebuild probes very quickly. 4 Nexi can... If you chrono all 4 Nexi, you can build a ton of probes very quickly, but you can also lose a lot to +2 melee lings when your wall is open. And that is exactly the scenario we find ourselves in here for herO. 7 probes going down very quickly. Looks like maybe a Baneling run by tried to get in on top of the 4th, but was not able to find its goal. herO still on 63 probes. But yeah, you can build 12 probes in 26 seconds if you chrono all 4 Nexi. Assuming, of course, you have the money. It's 300 minerals. That's not super cheap, but it's also not a crazy amount to have. Hydralisk Den coming on in. I think this is for lurkers. Dark does just love having a seemingly a smorgasbord of units. Nice job. Saves the cannon with the blink. Does take a fair bit of splash damage, but... Ooh, Baneling's going to try and get into the natural. Oh, he blinked out of the way. Ugh. What? +2 melee no longer one-shots probes. So that is actually not that much damage. Even though Dark's maxed out, herO is inching towards that 3-2 upgrade setup. And he's still on 4 bases comfortably. Dark is on a great economy, but he can't keep throwing away units forever. Especially as herO is now up to 6 oracles. Now, granted, the Hydras will deal with those oracles pretty well, but if there's a situation where Dark loses the Hydras, the oracles can find an opening. That could be very big. However, Dark, wisely, like I said, it's going to be for the Lurker Den. It's going to be for the Infestation Pit. He is going to head up towards Hive. Banelings do find some static defense here. Only 3 probes. Double Immortal coming in at a time off of that 2 Robo that just finished up. Dark just looking for openings every which way, every which where. Storm is going to start up, as well as a couple more Immortals. This is... Honestly, I know it's crazy to say, but I don't hate herO's position that much. Now, the fact that Dark is on 6 bases, that's the big problem. And also the tech. The tech is very good for Dark. But, I mean, if herO gets up to, like, you know, 6, 8 Immortals, Lurkers, well, they're not necessarily the be-all, end-all of units. Oh, but this is a really nice pickoff for Dark here. Gonna be able to get the cancel on the 5th Nexus attempt. It's a really good find. I was wondering if we were going to see this out of herO. He does do it a little bit late, but it is still good. +3 armor, +2 or +1 shield. If he'd done it right away, which I don't blame him for not, because he might have been thinking about trying to hit a timing. But if he'd done it right away, he could be already pretty close to that +1 shields and getting eyes towards 3-2-2 upgrades, or 3-3-2 upgrades. As it is, it's going to be 3-3-1. eventually, but for now it's 3-2-0. Bailey's are going to try and come on in. Good blinks from herO to save his probes, and very nice probe positioning. Huge stasis wards. That might actually be enough to save this Nexus now. Oh, but he's got Lings running by at his 4th base. And Dark, he just keeps pummeling you and pummeling you and pummeling you. Doesn't give you a moment's respite. Storms will be very good against those roaches, but... Actually, no buts. Those are some good storms. Losing the 5th Nexus is really, really painful, and now herO is going to have to go for it. You have lurkers setting on up. How many observers do we have? None. It's all up to the oracles. What? Revelation tags a bunch of them, and there's so many oracles here. herO able to snipe down a couple of lurkers, actually keeping the stalkers pretty well spread. Doesn't need to get out of there with those stalkers, though, but I suppose he's kind of occupying a lot of the army's attention. And he will kill a base, but it looks like 13 more probes go down on the other side. Dark, I mean, his army is pretty heavily outclassed. herO canceled his +3 armor and +1 shields, knowing he needs to go now. Storms will be good on top of these Hydras. The Lurkers not having the easiest time of this, and there's not a whole lot left. I think herO is doing it. Storms have all been used. There is a massive counterattack. This could turn into a base trade, but Dark is going to lose so much of his army at home. Can he win out with the base trade entirely? Recall is available here for herO. Oh man, this game is heating up big time. There's the recall. Where is it? It is not at the 4th. It is at the natural. So many probes have gone down. Dark's got to save this army, though. Dark's got to save as much of this army. He's got to kill off this Nexus. herO will... Oh, man. Oh, this game is so chaotic. Drones are running away. They should be going back towards that hatchery, I think. But this is hard to make the right call because there's a lot of stuff happening right here. At this point, production tab isn't even necessary. Dark's army is tiny compared to herO's. Absolutely minuscule, and herO still has a real economy. It's not a good one, but it's 12 probes is... It's not nothing. Now, he does definitely want to stop mining gas, for sure. Well, actually, does he? It's not so safe to try and take that 4th base, so maybe sending the probes over there is a mistake. So it might be the right call to just leave them in the natural where it's safest. Man, there is just not enough lurkers to deal with these immortals. There's 8 immortals to 7 lurkers. Revelation will come on in. herO desperately trying to get in on top of these lurkers, and he will bash through Dark. Will be forced to tap out. herO gets the job done. Prevented the base trade that could have given Dark the chance he needed. herO, once again, decisive as all hell, gets the job done against his unending rival. And this series delivered massively. Very well done by herO. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos, and we'll catch you on the flip side.